Hello, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to October's social media roundup. I hope you're all having an amazing October and autumn has started well for you. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes and see who's going to join us today. Let's make sure it's all looking good on the phone. Lovely. Cool. So for anybody who watches this on the replay or joins us live, this is our monthly social media roundup, where basically we just come onto Facebook and we give you guys all a overview of what's kind of been happening in the social media space this month, and we really kind of pull out some key headlines for you that will be useful to you guys as business owners or as communicators for other businesses. So we do hope you find them useful. We get loads of positive feedback, which is why we've continued doing them. We're in our third year of running these now. And for anybody who hasn't yet joined the Social Media Academy, I would definitely encourage you guys to do that. I'm going to try and put a link in the bottom. I didn't tag it in earlier. But what I tend to do is, there we go. I tend to go live in that Facebook group after these roundups, so you guys can ask me anything. It's an exclusive opportunity once a month to have all your social media questions and queries answered for free by me. And I'm in there for about 15-20 minutes, probably about 1:45. I tend to jump in there. So do head over. I've just popped that into the comments. I'm going to pin it now. And you guys can join me over there if you're not already a member of that group. Okay, cool. So we've got a few people watching already. Hello, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget that if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments box below. And a few more people joining. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to October's Social Media Roundup, guys. Do tell me whether or not you can hear me okay. Write a comment in the comments box below or give me some thumbs up. Give me some loves and share this along. And if you have any questions at all, as I said, pop them in the comments and let me know who you are and where you're watching from. Okay, so we are, thank you, Brian. Glad you can hear and all is good. So let's get started. We've got main updates today are really focusing on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I'm going to start with LinkedIn because we've just got the one update today, but it's a great update. Fabulous. Thank you, Vicky. Glad you can hear. Thank you, Brian. Amazing. So LinkedIn has launched its own events tool, which is really exciting because, as we know, particularly if you're in B2B, then you will know that LinkedIn is an amazing platform. It's high affluent. You get a lot of business owners, directors, etc. hanging out on the platform. And if you are B2B, you're likely to be hosting lots of events. That, coupled with how well we know events do on other social channels, particularly with Facebook, then, you know, bringing on an events section onto LinkedIn is a really powerful tool, and it's going to be a great opportunity. So what this is going to do is allow members to create and organize event pages, arrange in-person meetups, and promote through the community panel on the left-hand side of the news feed, particularly on a mobile app. So people will easily be able to click whether or not they're going. That's going to naturally then promote the event out to a wider audience, just like we see on channels like Facebook. And it means that, you know, for yourself as an event creator, you'll be able to easily track attendees and invitees. You'll be able to post updates and tell people why they should be coming to these events, what exclusive content or people that they're going to see at this event. You can share those with them and entice them to book and buy tickets. You can interact with other attendees. So if you're ultimately creating a little community for people of similar interests, and you're connecting those people up with each other through the event that you create. And it will also be a great way for users to stay in touch after that event. So if you see it as part of that kind of sales funnel, you are really kind of starting a conversation, hosting an event, and then following up with these guys afterwards. And you can have all those tools available to you. What we'll do is we'll put the link to the articles in the comments below like we always do. If you have seen the events tool already, then let me know how you're getting on with it. But I, for one, will definitely be making use of that function because events work so well on Facebook that given my audience on LinkedIn, I know this is going to be a good update. Cool. So hello to the other few people who have joined. Thank you for tuning in today. Let's go on to Facebook, because I know the majority of people who kind of watch tend to use Facebook pages. And a couple of things that have come up this month, mainly for me, it was the notification about, or the update that Facebook is going to be removing the verification badge. Some of you might be familiar with the blue tick that you can get on like influencer accounts on Instagram, official accounts on Twitter, but Facebook as well. Well, a couple of years ago, Facebook introduced the grey tick for pages who didn't have a specific size audience or who weren't of a specific organisation. So that if you were a business page, you could show your audience that you were affiliated, I guess, that you were authentic. But actually, Facebook is removing its grey verified badges as of this Wednesday, I believe, the 30th. Which I think is a shame. I don't understand, I'm not on board fully with the reasonings behind it. I think it was a great way to stop people from duplicating pages. It gave it a little bit of authority for businesses to have that there. The reason that they said they are deleting them is because apparently users find them confusing. They don't understand what they mean. It does make a difference to how users are interacting with business pages on Facebook. One of the other benefits that was sold to have for having your page verified and getting that tick was that it would also perform higher in search results. So Facebook would prioritize pages that have been verified. It is kind of confirming that that's not going to be affected. So whilst the grey tick is being removed, the pages won't be affected. Sorry, the search results for pages isn't going to be affected. So as long as you make sure that your page profile is complete, all your information is up to date, you have the correct contact information, you know, your profile pictures are there, your logos are there. One, that's going to prove your authenticity. And also your pages are still going to perform higher in search results, and just make sure that you've got enough content, and also recommendations and reviews. Make sure you've got those on there as well, because that will have an impact on how well your page performs. Okay, and then the other things for Facebook this month are a couple of things around advertising. Well, the few are actually around advertising. So they're testing ads in the group feed, which I know for many will be a big kind of a game changer for their advertising strategy. Facebook has been putting a lot of emphasis on groups this year and over the last 18 months, in fact. And so, but the only thing they weren't allowed to do, or weren't allowing businesses to do and advertisers, was to advertise in group feeds, and now they're experimenting with this. So we know that about 400 million people who use Facebook are active in Facebook groups, and we know that often that's where many or much more kind of unique and authentic conversations happen. So it would make sense that Facebook's putting a lot of emphasis on groups, but that businesses are moving towards using groups as a way to communicate with their audience. But when you can't advertise in groups, people are no longer going to be able to advertise. That's probably turning them off, or advertisers off, which is why Facebook are now introducing this feature. It is only in test mode, and naturally, as I say, with all these updates, they tend to roll them out country by country. So we'll keep you updated when we know that they are live. They are also testing the ability to show adverts in the search feed of Facebook. Again, we know that people use Facebook search very much like a Google, really. So the more features that Facebook introduces, like events, like pages, groups, things to do, recommendations, and jobs as well now, people are actively using the network like a search engine. So they are starting to trial placement of advertisements, of adverts in the news, in the search feed. So that's interesting, and that's just in test mode, and we'll let you know if that, as and when that comes live. And then finally, some stories templates. Sorry, I just stretched forward into the camera then, getting my water. Stories templates. So Facebook have are kind of promoting and supporting businesses with Christmas campaigns. You know, if you've not already started planning or haven't started promoting your advertising or your Christmas campaigns, that you need to get on board and do so. Facebook has released it in the Creator Studio in Ads Manager some templates for stories. So if you are struggling to create great visuals for your stories, then do head over there. A lot of them, they're starting off with festive season templates, so things for Christmas and promotion of products. So if you are e-commerce and retail, then jump in and use those. But the Creator Studio on Facebook is brilliant for all things advertising. So take a look anyway. Cool, so that's all our Facebook updates. We're coming on to Instagram now. There have been, a few updates this month for Instagram. A few of them are really cool. We know that they are introducing the ability to group contacts now on Instagram. So you can, almost like Twitter lists, you'll be able to pull contacts into specific groups, so you can really filter down on content. They've updated the stories camera with a create function, which I absolutely love. And if you don't play with stories yet, then do have a look. It even features like Throwback Thursday pictures, the ability to import GIFs, and yeah, it's really, really funky. So have a look on that. Access to open up your stories and swipe to the left or right, and you'll see create down the bottom. Loads of fun. If you haven't already plugged your Instagram in with your Facebook page, you should do so to access a whole ton of features. But the latest is the ability to manage your DMs through your Facebook business inbox. That's one of the things that got launched this month. So if you are managing multiple channels and you have Facebook and Instagram, then do connect them both and manage them all from one spot. The other update for Instagram is an events story sticker. So again, absolutely love this update. Instagram is testing a new story sticker where you can basically invite others to an event. It enables you to attach details, including the time, the date, location to your story, and viewers can RSVP direct from that sticker. So really great for, you know, sharing exclusive events with followers, which makes it a great incentive for them to follow you. It's a great way to generate interest around the event, and I would imagine that as soon as people click that they're going on that event sticker, then it will flag up on their feed, or there'll be an ability to kind of share that on their feed, they're going somewhere. But yeah, it could be used for product launches, Q&As, webinars, etc. And I suspect, knowing what other features that they've introduced this year, you'll be able to then start things like group chat, group live chat with people who have accepted or have RSVP'd to an event. So that's a really exciting update. It's not been launched just yet. There's no definite date, but it is currently being tested. Again, we'll keep you updated. And then lastly, we have seen a bit of an update to IGTV. I haven't spoken about IGTV in quite a while, but this is the kind of video section, the kind of Facebook watch element, if you like, where people can just consume video content, which should be very much different to your stories and to your feed. But they're adding a series feature which will enable videos to be categorized. So this will help you to really formalize your content, create kind of albums for what you're sharing, and it will encourage people to return to view what you're sharing because it'll be easily discovered, basically. And viewers will be able to tap to get notified and kind of sign up to new episodes on your IGTV channel. So if you have, I know for many small businesses it's difficult, but if you have resources to utilize IGTV, then it's another element of their platform which is worth looking into. It's longer form video, and as we kind of said, it's more episodic as opposed to short kind of ephemeral pieces of content. something that we haven't started doing yet here at Naturally Social, but definitely on the cards to start doing that. Cool. And then just to finish up for today's roundup, there are a couple of stats that I wanted to share with you. People always talk about Snapchat and whether or not it's dying a death, whether it's still a viable marketing channel. Well, this month they reported that they were up 13% growth in this quarter than they have been for the last 4 years, and that's a continued growth over the last 4 years on their channel. So it's definitely still a contender as long as it fits in with your audience and it kind of fits into your marketing strategy. Then Snapchat is definitely still worth looking into. And I also read an article a couple of weeks ago that shared an interesting stat that teens are now favouring YouTube over Netflix as a kind of video consumption channel, which I think for a lot of people were surprised by. I think they kind of thought that Netflix had their attention. It's very marginal in the kind of 2%, but YouTube is winning again. So just a reminder that if you are looking to advertise to the teen market, then you need to be considering YouTube as well. Amazing. So that is thank you, Vicky. That's it. I'm going to head over to the Social Media Academy in about half an hour. So that'll give you some time to digest this month's roundup. And if you've got any questions, then just head over to the group and join me live for kind of 10-15 minutes and we'll have a chat and let me know what you've got. But thank you so much for everybody who's tuned in and watched. Thank you to everybody who will watch on the replays. I know quite a few of you do. Have a wonderful November, and I'll be back live at the end of November. In the meantime, keep an eye out this Friday because we are launching our rebrand of Naturally Social, and I'm really super excited to share with you. So tune in and let us know what you think. Take care. Bye.